Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my new video. So, I recently had to sort of replace my hard drive for my computer, and so I was doing backups, and while I was going through the backups I found some old Minecraft worlds, and I thought you guys might want to see these and see how they look. I first registered for Minecraft in September 2010, so we've got maps here from that sort of time, and if we just open these up, so we can see this is my first map. As you can see, this is Minecraft Alpha 1.1.201 and so this is my first world. I appear to be on top of a tower, on top of some kind of snowy hill. So let's have a look at this. You can see the old cobblestone textures here, and glass. Not quite finished this balcony by the look of it, but yeah. Let's have a look further down. It's just something that does appear probably quite a lot in my maps. There's a spiral staircase with a torch always on the same side, so I know which way I'm facing, because obviously there wasn't really a compass direction in this, unless you could figure out what the F number there means. So as we go down, we come to a door here, which is just on the ground at the top of the hill with a wall around it. Stop monsters getting in. Yeah. Not much else outside there. I think these ones are actually from about October and November. Yeah, what this World 1 and 2 from October and November in 2010. And I've got later versions of these, so I'll show you those in a minute as well. Carry on down here, we see a small area and some grass. So, oh yes, this is the ground level by the look of it. Yep. Let's have a quick look at this. So, yeah, just a sort of base built into the hillside there. Or cliffs, I suppose. And what else? Oh yes, that's right. In this version, ladders could actually have space in between them. They changed that shortly after, I don't remember exactly when. But, yeah. There's a doorway down there. Some stairs. Multiple ways of getting to the same place. Where does the spiral staircase go? Anything further? A little bit. Looks like a sort of digging out area here. And again, another pathway. Is this going to the same place or somewhere else? It just goes back up here. So, yeah, not much out here at the moment. So let's have a look at the other map. Okay, it's a bit dark. This looks like another little base. Somewhere there's a big tower. Let's go have a look up the top of that. I think this is an island, I think. Let's have a quick look. Have to be careful here. So, yes. Okay, so yeah, this is an island. As you can see, I've sort of tried to secure it, make it fairly light all over, so to stop mob spawning, and we've got, I think that looks like a sort of wall of cobble all the way around, just to stop anything getting on. And with a sort of another wall just around this area for the actual base part. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, yeah, I think I know what the dirt is. Let's have a quick look at that. I was, I think, trying to put... Yeah, there's glass there. So I think I was digging this out. Let's go down here. That's a torch, wasn't it? So this should go all the way around, or... Oh, no, I haven't quite finished digging it out by the look of it. So let's go back up and see what else I've got here. Definitely need more torches there. Some little cave there. That I think is a marker for the spawn spot. Some sort of tunnel here, we'll look at it. Just pop down. Where does this go? Oh, right. Okay, so this goes back into the base. What about this bit? Kind of dug out area. So, and I guess this would be, yeah, caves or mines or whatever. So, not much here at the moment either. So again, sort of, you know, very early maps, just saved for backup. Okay, let's have a look at the others. Okay, so we're back, and this is now Minecraft Beta 1.6.6, which is the last time, or the last save I have for this island base. So here we are in my island base, and as you can see, I've done a few improvements here. I've got something, lava for trash, okay. A bed down there for sleeping. It's a cobblestone building, but I've sort of highlighted this doorway by the look of it. And I'm not sure what this wood is. I think that's the position where we were, yeah. So that's the tunnel, I think. Yeah, looks like the tunnel that goes out. Okay. Okay, so got glass floor, glass sort of ceiling, some just glass so you can see out quite easily. Glass tower, and that goes up to a glass dome. You know what, I'm gonna leave that for the moment. Let's have a quick look around first. So if you have a look at the rest of the island, I've changed the wall a bit, as you can see here. Put a door here for some, okay, some little dock. And looks like a rail system in there. Actually, if I remember, I can get to it from that other door. This is just a little farm. But if I go this way... Oh yes, because it wasn't easy to sort of see the coordinates just for this locations from the spawn point, I think, which is over there. More farmland and water source, and then this door out into the railway, which I think now goes all the way around the island. And, oh yes, these are the old booster system, so, which actually I think stopped working about 1.6 on alpha, but you had basically, this was before powered rails and such, so your minecart would come along here, and as it connected up with this, it would get a boost from this one that was there, and you'd get sped along to the next, while the other minecart sort of bounced off this and went back to where it was. So this was very much a one-way rail system. What else do we have? Sunrise, so that's good. Let's have a look up at the tower. So ladders now have to be full. But look at it, and I've got a waterway, so you can fall down safely. We've got some glass and a big dome. Yeah. I had to hand place all these in survival mode. Got a bit of a water for an elevator over there. I think this, I was trying to bring up some grass from over that way. And yeah, small glass here so you can see through. Let's carry on down this way. Can we see the island from here, I think? A little, it's starting to fade into the distance now, but yeah, so you can see sort of the shape of the wall there. And then another little sort of outpost over here, we'll look at it. And here we can see where the map algorithm changed. So between versions I must have extended this after it changed. So you get this sharp cut in the scenery there. So let's have a look down here. So if we go down, let's drop into the water. Don't know if I've actually got anything over here to be honest. Is this just a key or is there... I don't know, something there. Okay, so yeah, not much really to see. Yeah, so that looks like it's about it for this map. So let's have a look at the next one. Right, so here we are on my Snowscape map. This is Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, and as you can see I'm at the top of the tower again. Interesting thing here, I'm not sure if that's because of the Y level. Oh yeah, it's 128, 129, the old maximum height there. It's starting to get night time, so I've picked the wrong time for this, but let's have a look down here. Looks like I've finished this kind of balcony here. Go all the way around now. So if we carry on down, to get proper facing 0, which I think is south. Go around here, outside. Doesn't look like much has changed really. I seem to recall Yes, a big sort of igloo dome there. So that's just snow. As you can see, I've cleared a lot of this out of snow. And it hasn't recovered, so I'm not sure if the snow biome changed maybe. Or there just hasn't been so much snowfall. If we go back and continue down. So I've been digging out this area. And sort of kind of a mining thing, just leaving a 2x2 there. Quite those. Where does this go? So this is the front. And whoop, big hole there. Okay. So yeah. Again, ladders, having to be full. Very glad that was. And yeah, just as I'm doing this, I seem to recall this front at some point met with a creeper. So I must have rebuilt that. There's a door over here, don't recall. Looks like it's another sort of area into a cave or something. And if we go down the spiral staircase, what else do we have? That bit, and then more sort of mining bits. Some diamonds in a chest, cobblestone. So yeah, doesn't look like there's much more to that one, so let's have a look at the next one. Okay, so this is my forest map. Some sort of skeleton shooting arrows, but look at it somewhere. Got a back door here. And, oh, this looks like a tree. A square tree, but it's Minecraft, so yeah. Pig. Stop pushing me off there. There we go. Right. Got a few diamonds here. And some diamond weapons, so it looks like I've been sort of making a kind of tree base by planting trees and just letting them grow. And there's a kind of wall there. Seems to go off all the way over there. And yeah, so I've walled off quite a big area for some reason. Don't think I've actually used that much in this room. I'm trying to remember these sort of maps. So down here we've got lava for getting rid of trash. Lots and lots of cobblestone, water, another spiral staircase. That looks like it's probably my mining area. Just going to have a quick look out here. Yeah, just a bit of sort of forest woodland. Cave or something. See if we can get to the wall. Yeah, there it is. There's not really much else here by the look of it. Okay, well, let's have a look at the next map. Okay, so we're back here now in version of Minecraft release 1.1. So yes, this map, I think the last save on this one I think was the last was the actual day that the version 1.1 was released. So there's a spiral staircase here, we're going down again, wider, and what I've done here actually, this is something I used to do, well, or still do sometimes, making a sort of floor so that it can be dug out, and then on each layer you get the same sort of size floor, and with just 1 or 2 blocks in between. So if we go back up, because downstairs I think it's just a mine, and here, if we go up again, sort of more spiraling staircases, a little bit of farmland here, outside. So, okay, we've got a kind of cobble building in the middle of a secure area with a wall around it. Haven't quite finished the wall by the look of it, but that would just sort of carry on with the same style. And set doors in each compass direction, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, so north, south, east for the doors. Another sort of sugarcane farm and wheat farm there. And some animals and just water flowing down into the structure there where the other wheat is. So, doesn't look like there's that much else here. Let's have a quick look at the next map. So we're now in version 1.4.6. So let's have a look. Okay, so here we are in the world. Doesn't appear to be much around. I think at this point I was playing mod packs quite a bit, so wasn't really doing much in vanilla. But yeah, we've got just a good plain there and some kind of base here. A bit of a security feature by the look of it. This sort of gap monsters in this version certainly generally didn't do this jump, so you can jump over here and zombies or whatever won't follow you. Yeah, they don't have much in there. And then another spiral staircase going down, I don't know how far. It does get a little bit dark, but I think that's what happens when you just have the torch on the one side. So I should really put one here and such, but resources seem to be quite low at the moment. And yeah, I haven't even got that far down there, so yeah, not much else to show on this one I think. Let's have a look at the next one. I'll see if I can find if this map's still available. This is it's not the original Skyblock, but it was sort of inspired by the original Skyblock, I think. So I've made a sort of a bit of a start to this one. I'm sure I did have a Skyblock somewhere, and there's something over there actually. I can't really see what it is, but it looks like maybe a swamp tree or something with the vines hanging down. Break the glass, does that? And the water goes down. And there's a cobble gen. Sort of vital thing in a Skyblock. This one's possibly not the best way of doing it, but maybe not. So, yeah. So, I'll load up the next version. Right. Okay, so here we are in my 1.6.4 map. This is an interesting little base I've made here. It's kind of like the other tree one, I think, where I grew trees, but slightly wider, and I haven't gone up more than one level. I've just done a sort of leafed roof there. So that's quite an interesting design. There's a bit of a hole there, and let's have a look down here. It doesn't actually look like I've done my usual spiral staircase. It's a slightly wider spiral with a big hole in the middle, which is obviously quite dangerous. So I wonder if I was going to put a water pool maybe down here or something. What else is here? That's okay. That looks like it's just going into a cave system. So let's see, what have we got upstairs? Back up here. Yeah, so here we are. So back up on the surface. Nothing really here, I think. I just sort of put this down. But the map's not too bad. We've got bare trees. Now those aren't normal. I guess one of the mods I had did something to the biome over there. Possibly, maybe, might have been biomes of plenty or something like that. Because there's some really tall trees there. But those are made out of vanilla blocks. Whereas I think these ones would have had some other type of leaf on them. And there's some other stuff floating around in the sky, which I'm not sure what that is. Hang on, let's have a quick look at that. Are these mushrooms? Yes, these are mushrooms. So I'm not sure what they were floating on. I don't really remember this map, it's been a long time since I played it, but... And of course mushrooms don't depop unless the light level near them changes, so these are going to just stay there forever. Some interesting sort of trees in this. I have to see if I can figure out what mods I was going to use. But here from here, this just looks like a big tree or a big bush or something until you sort of spot the light in it. Some interesting caves and another structure over there. Let's have a quick look at that. Is that something I built? I don't recall. That actually looks like some kind of mod spawned tower, being that uniform and using birch. I'm not sure what it's for. But yeah, that's quite interesting. So, if I can work out what mod pack I was using, or I think it was actually sort of mods I was just putting together, I might try and get this one going again, but yeah, got lots of other maps to look at. So, let's move on to the next one. So actually, because this is the last time I'm going to change the version, I'll just show you how we do this. Show you, for anyone who doesn't already know. So you have your normal Minecraft launcher here, and I've got two profiles. You can just do this by adding a new one, and we go in here, and you just select the version you want. If you want historic versions, there's a tick box somewhere. But if we go to 1.11.2 and save, and then yeah, there's a tick for the showing the historical versions, and you can enable the snapshots, but I've never really done the snapshots, so let's go into 1.11.2. Okay, so now we're in Minecraft version 1.11.2, and here we can see it doesn't actually know what version these games are in, but let's say this I think was from 1.8 and again 1.8. So let's release 1.8. So let's play this one. Okay, so actually this base was for version 1.9. I made this. I remember I was going to get a shield and that sort of stuff. But so I started here and I've made a jungle base, and I think there's some other bits over there. Yeah, something over there and off in the distance actually. Let's see that. Set day. Yeah, there we go. Right, that's better. Oh, and spin around a bit. I think the sensitivity is maybe a bit high, but yeah, I've got this sort of jungle base here with a way down there and lots of sort of pathways in the leaves here. And ways to drop down. Other things, I seem to recall something over there as well. It's the obligatory farm. I don't know what's in that. Let's go and have a quick look at that. It's better. Right, so yeah, got something just in the middle of this sort of island here. Does it? No, it doesn't really go down anywhere. There's something there, perhaps just a little hidey hole or something. But I think there was something over there. Actually, let's go back into creative. And yeah, there's a hut over here. So I'm not sure what's happened there. I'm sure there should be something here. But I think the blocks have maybe changed. Or the block IDs or something have changed. This is just vanilla, so those blocks must have been something that changed between 1.9 and 1.11, I guess. And yeah, so this is just perhaps a little sort of starting area, I think. So that's quite cool. Let's go back out and have a look at the next one. Alright, so this is Panda World. I remember this one actually, this map. Yeah, I was building a sort of a big kind of hilltop house thing here. Modern style looking building. I think this was a creative map I was doing for a friend as well, so they could play and try things. Hang on, it's just very dark. It's still quite dark, but it's glass floor. And yeah, so don't think there's much over that way. I seem to recall there's yeah, these houses over here. And I think there was something further over that way. But sound isn't working in the game for some reason, I'm not sure why. Anyway, yeah, so just a little house, firewall, wall floors, fireplace, and then upstairs, banister, and bedroom here. A bit of a bugged door there, by the look of it. Let's do that. Just fix that, there we go. And some storage, pictures, another fireplace, and a shower from up here, which is, that's a loft, there we go, yeah, that must be what that's, yeah, just a little loft space up here. So let's close that. I think there was, what's this? Here we go, down into the basement. And a little way out. Let's have a look at the other house. So, a few pandas around here for some reason. I can't, there's a bit of a theme going. But, yep, vines and a sort of patterned floor. Nice use of redstone there, just to make a pattern. Doesn't actually do anything, obviously, but yeah. So I think that was my friend's house there. And sure, you can just about make out something in the distance there. Let's have a quick look at that. So yeah, looks like a big tree with a panda on it. Kind of fenced off area. And sort of branches with balcony areas. Glass going all the way. Lanterns. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's go down to the bottom of this bit. Something going down there, hang on. Let's go through. I think this is spruce wood actually, isn't it? Yeah. So down this way we have a big tunnel. Let's see where this goes. Jack-o'-lanterns on the walls for lighting. I suppose could do the floor, but this way you can get the faces all out. And this... oh. Traps. I think, actually that was before I knew about trap chests. I don't even know if trap chests were in this version. I can't remember when they were introduced, but I think could do that with trap chests, so if I do come back and do anything I might tweak that. But yeah, so that's map, the Panda World one, so that I think was 1.8. Made that one. Interesting roof style actually. Don't know if I like that bit there. I think that looks better. Yeah, that looks much better. And yeah, chimney, and in the chimney you can see the fireplace, so that's cool. Let's have a look at the next map. Okay, so this is Captive Minecraft. So this is actually released for 1.11, and yeah. This is a map made by someone else. I'll see if I can put the link in the description. But the idea is you start off on this quartz block with a barrier all around you. And as you get achievements, the barrier extends. The barrier is basically sort of limits you to one block. And then, you know, you open your inventory and it extends and you can do other things. And as it extends you get access to chests and I think sugarcane over this side at some point, so that's probably about 5 or 6 more achievements to do before I can get to that, and maybe just a bit more to get to the chest over there. And so these are good maps. There's actually 4 Captive Minecraft maps. But you can see the barrier obviously goes all the way from, you know, bedrock down up to maximum height. And yeah, it's good. I think actually, oh yeah, that's right. This is for the travelling 1,000 meters on a rail. You just loop around to get that achievement. I can't remember if that worked actually. Hang on, let's see. Yes, I've got that, so it does work, just takes a long time in a small loop. But yeah, there's lots of those. Lots of achievements to do. There's 4 maps like this, and they're all slightly different. But yeah, very good. Something up there, so I'm not sure if I've already pillared up or not, but yeah. this is it's quite a fun sort of challenge. So let's go on to the next map. Right, so this is the achievement run map, and I think this was actually a map inspired by the Captive Minecraft. So it just maybe sort of reminded me, I hadn't ever really just done a game where I tried to do all the achievements. And so I think the idea of this one was I was going to try and do all the achievements as quickly as I could, but something went wrong and I lost my whole inventory, I lost everything that was in the chest, so I think something must have corrupted somewhere. So I'll probably have to reload this. Let me just change it to day so we can have a look at the map actually. So my base is dug into a sort of mound. I do that quite a lot. Little door there in the cave entrance. And yeah, not really much to say, you know, it's a good type of base if you want to sort of hide. Not good if you are prone to getting lost or losing your base, unless you can figure some kind of discrete marker. Perhaps a birch tree in this sort of environment, or maybe even just these flowers are quite good enough. You can maybe make a pattern of it, but yeah. That's possibly what they're there for. I'm not sure if I can see any others around actually. So yeah. Not much to this map, I say. I think when it got corrupted I kind of stopped it, so possibly we'll try again one day. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this is my flat test map. It's just sort of creative place to try out different things like sort of stone generators and hidden sort of doorways and things. Secret entrances and stuff like that. So I think that's... And I've copied in here using some recurrent complex actually, from the other mod pack I have. So I've got nether portal and some redstone structure around that, and my 3D maze from my first idea as well, which you can see in my first video. And yeah, this kind of idea of something I'm doing in Minecraft Online. I think I've shown that in one of my regrowth videos, but I'll probably have a look again in one of my Minecraft Online exploration videos. And then I've sort of got a few other buildings and tweaked things here. This is a village I've been just modifying, like just small amendments without really changing the building sizes, like putting an enchanting room and a bed in this sort of library area, and I haven't done anything really there except no, I haven't really done that. There was another building I think I've done something. I've slightly changed the blacksmith here just to make that area a bit bigger, and modified the well to stop the villagers walking into it. So that's good, although it will still let you get water, and it also means that spiders can go in, and baby zombies could even fall in there, which is good because then they won't be able to get out. Fenced off the crops, added these lamp posts actually, which is sort of a slab, and I think they look quite cool. You could in theory use some kind of inverted daylight sensor on top, I guess, with a redstone lantern, and that could work quite well. Could try that at some point. Standard building looking thing there, except for the edges and sort of this lip. There's another one. I know I modified one of the roofs inside, not that one. I'm trying to find it now. I think, is it this one? Yes, here we go. So I've just opened up this a bit, gives it a bit more space inside. And what else have we got? Let's have a look at this. This is the kind of oncology, I think it was a style building from my other ideas video. But I've taken the roller coaster and kind of moved it around rather than just coming off going somewhere else. So this is now all sort of self-contained roller coasters, water slides and that sort of thing. That's my 100 by 100 maze, I think. Yeah, that's what that is. Let's put that back. And then we've got the village building from my re-roof series. Just changed the ceiling, or the roof rather, to quartz and put some lanterns in there and other things. This is the main house from my other ideas video. I think I've actually seen some better ideas for a chicken farm. That one didn't really work very well, so I might try that one. And yeah. Oh, and I took the escalator out and encased it in glass, so it's now easier to see sort of all the redstone. Although, to be honest, there's not a huge amount of redstone, it's just mainly getting the things to move in a slightly different timing. Oh, actually, the other thing I was going to show you, so these are some of the wall ideas I had for which you might have seen some of these. I think I ended up using that sort of design in my regrowth series. But yeah, I've got different sort of ideas here for walls and doorways and different shapes and things like that. This one kind of almost gets hidden when it's shown with the rest of these. Over here, I mean, these are all just fairly straightforward, flat, straight walls with, kind of modular, different shaped top cap bits really, and then on this one I just straight out a lot of different shapes on this wall. Different ways of putting the stairs and slabs and all sorts of other things. Before sort of settling on, the one I felt looked a bit, well, probably the best. So yeah, I think that's about it for this map. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so yeah, this is my, probably a new map I was probably going to start. I can't remember, I think actually I had a couple of these where I specified the seed using Zolaron or something like that, and it just comes out sort of snowy biome straight away. So yeah, here we are again. Hang on, can I game mode? There we go. So yeah, tree on a hill, and dug into this hill here. Kind of possibly dangerous bit under there maybe. have to light that up. I haven't done much on this one by the look of it. So, yeah. Fairly plain sort of map at the moment. And not sure if I was going to do another achievement run on this one or something else. I do seem to have quite a lot of achievements, I think, yeah. So far, and it doesn't look like it's been played a lot. There's one little bit small, lonely patch of farm there. So, yeah, that's really about it for this version. Okay, so this is Minecraft 1.13. Looks like I'm in a desert village by the look of it. Here's a villager. And I think, yeah, it looks like I've taken over this blacksmith and modified it a little bit. Don't know if I've done anything. If I remember, this one I created actually from in Minecraft 1.12, started this game. And haven't really done much with it, as I do a lot of sort of mod packs. But I've obviously loaded this in 1.13 at one point, so let's have a quick look around. Bunny river there on the well. There's a river and some hills. Oh, is that an ocean? So I can maybe see how far out, or if I've got out here at all for the aquatic update. I see some kelp. Is that a turtle over there? Yeah, there's a little turtle. Okay. So I might have to play this a bit. That's quite close if that's his sort of spawning spot. Could do some turtle breeding maybe, but yeah. So doesn't look like I've really been around this map at all. There's some acacia trees there. They go quite good. I could use those to modify this village maybe. So that's an interesting thing to maybe do. But I think for now, that's about it. So there's not much really else to do on this. So I hope this has given you some ideas, maybe sort of, shown some blasts from the past for anyone who's played the previous versions, and maybe a bit of nostalgia. I've certainly had some nostalgia as I'm looking through these. But yeah, thanks for watching, and good night and farewell.